Welcome to the Keeyns Taxi, where we pick up clients and industry experts for a drive and chat about the world of tax technology. In this episode, Ruben, CEO and co-founder of Keeyns, sits down with Frank from Stichd. Together, they dive into the challenges of global tax compliance and how smart software can make all the difference.
Frank, it's great to have you here in the car. Could you perhaps introduce yourself? What's your role? What are your responsibilities within Stichd?
Yeah, sure. I'm Frank. I'm 47 years old. My role at Stichd is that I'm a tax manager. Basically responsible for all tax-related matters. That goes from VAT, but also some exotic taxes like packaging tax and customs sometimes. Stichd as a company, we have some nice licenses like PUMA. That's the biggest one, obviously. PUMA, we have Calvin Klein, but also Tommy. And under that license, we produce bodywear, legwear, swimwear.
Probably really a lot of international flow of goods, flow of people, a lot of transactions. I can imagine.
That's true. We have a very big warehouse in Tilburg, and from that warehouse we ship all over the world. So that goes from B2B deliveries, but also B2C. So, a lot of transactions. Also a lot of VAT registration to facilitate that, obviously. So for me, as a tax person, that's very challenging, but also very nice to be in contact also with all those other countries and to manage that, basically.
This Stichd is such a big company. You're all over the world. What is the future or the vision of Stichd? You see more brands or different kind of industries where you want to tap in?
Of course, we are all over the world, but there are some parts of the world where we are not currently active. So, for instance, North America, we are active there, but it's a really big market. We also want to
enter. And if you then talk about the challenges, such a big company, basically legal entities all over the world, I can imagine. Mm-hmm. Facing a lot of international flows of transactions, goods, services. How did you manage, let's say, all that before, let's say, looking at Keeyns?
Everything was managed in Excel,
right? Yeah.
Like a lot of companies do, and sometimes that works, that can work, but at one point it becomes a little bit dangerous. So you really need tooling to really control that. And they started searching for a workflow tool, and I think then we ended up with Keeyns. And what you see, compliance is really growing. It's deadlines of VAT returns, it's deadlines of payments, all kinds of deadlines, and you really need a tool to be in control.
How do you today, let's say, work with Keeyns? Does it make your life a little bit easier because of the fact that you know what's going on within the structure?
We work a lot with local consultants. For instance, when we have to make a VAT return in Saudi Arabia or in Bahrain, we don't know local legislation, so we need external consultants. And what I really like about Keeyns is that in a workflow you can implement also involve also the local consultants. Really, the sense of being in control. That's for me the most important part.
Yeah. If you could describe Keeyns for me in your own words.
Describe Keeyns in my own words. I think what first pops up is a single source of truth for our compliance obligations.
How have you experienced, let's say, starting with Keeyns?
I asked my colleague Nikita, and she said that the implementation of Keeyns went very smooth, and that we received a lot of support as well. So when she had questions, it was solved immediately, or almost immediately.
You as a tax manager of a very large international multinational, where do you think, and what is your feeling where the technology is going?
I think technology will be at one point will be more or less taking over, also with e-invoicing, which will be implemented in a lot of countries in the near future. Some countries in the EU already have it. So I think that will really change the way we handle compliance, which now, to be honest, it's still a lot of extracting to Excel, modify the Excel, and then send it over to whoever has to complete the returns.
Can you elaborate a little bit? How did Keeyns change your daily routine?
Daily routine is now that when we start the business days, that we look in Keeyns and take a look at the things which have to happen now or in the near future, right?
Okay. Do you see efficiency, let's say, within your team or within, let's say, the team of advisors across the world? Instead of sending a lot of emails back and forth, it's now hopefully more streamlined in the platform?
In terms of efficiency, it really improved. That we can. That's something we can fairly say in terms of instructing your other finance team members. When something changes in the finance team, it's very easy to also onboard them on the platform.
If we look on the future of our profession, what do you think is going to change in your daily life? The next coming 3, 4, 5 years?
Yeah, that's interesting question. More and more automation, of course, but that's, I think, in every job.